Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Sunday's edition of the Final Boss Podcast. I am the Final Boss, brought to you by our Trinity Entertainment, our Trinity Music Group. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sitting here humming to my favorite song of all time. Shout out to the Mrs. Gladys Knight, my favorite song, License to Kill. Man, I love that jam. License to Kill. Look, I can't sing, but she hits those notes, man. Incredible, incredible song. Incredible song. That's my favorite song, man. Y'all go check it out. Gladys Knight, License to Kill. Tonight's edition of the Final Boss Podcast. We're going to talk about social media and monetization and etiquette. But before we get into that, I got my brass tacks. Brass tacks for tonight. Hey, listen. Do what you do and do what you love. It's that simple. Get the people out of your ear. And I don't know how many times I've said this, and this is unscripted. I don't know how many times I've said this. Do what you love. You only get one chance at this. You only get one chance at this. You have one life. One life to live. Blessings to everyone. One life to live. Do what you love. Do what makes you happy. If something's not making you happy, look, you need to figure out a way. Figure out a way to find some happiness, or you need to get out of that situation. That's real. That's real talk. Whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, you got family members that are making you unhappy. I know you can't get rid of your family, but you sure enough can ghost their ass. Ghost them. Ghost. Be like, pow. You out of here. Ghost them. Listen. Your happiness is worth. Your happiness is your wealth. It's like your health. Health is wealth. Happiness is wealth. You know, some of you are probably in bad relationships, man. You know, get out of those situations. License to Kill. That beat is crazy. Man, that beat is crazy. But, before we get into it, got to give this disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. And I decided on tonight's show because TikTok is coming to I think on January 9th. And I believe Congress upheld that ban. And I keep saying "and" because I'm getting my thoughts together. I'm still thinking about License to Kill, which coincides with some of the events that we've seen the last couple of weeks, which is crazy and for the sake of using a trending word, diabolical. Man, I just don't know what to say. It's just, oh boy, things are out of control. If you're watching world news, the Syrian government collapsed. If you're not aware, the French prime minister was hoisted out of position. So they're dealing with political issues. And then we have our own here in this country that we live in and so love. But, we're not going to get into that. That was my brass tacks for tonight. So this episode tonight is for not only for my smarts. Shout out to my smarts. Those are the people who continue to support, like, share, and subscribe the information. Get it out there to the people, because I'm bringing you the good stuff, and I'm bringing you the blessings. And the blessing, you know what the blessing is? I'm the blessing. I'm the blessing, and I'm bringing you this information. So be blessed. Tonight, you're going to want to take some notes, because I'm bringing some heavy stuff, talking about social media, monetization, and etiquette. And this is go for the smarts and those who are interested and possibly learning how to use social media as a resource tool to bring in some extra income. Everybody needs extra income. Unless you're a billionaire, even they need extra income. You know, I was watching a podcast where the old owner of the NBA Mavericks, he's also on Shark Tank. Can't think of his name right now. So you know this is coming off the top of my dome. Can't think of his name right now. But he, in an interview, he said, even as a billionaire, he said, I cannot afford everything. He wished, and he said this, quote unquote, Mark Cuban, that's his name. He wished he can start and have his own space program, but he said he couldn't afford it. And I was like, wow, that's incredible. What's such a bold statement? Such a bold statement. And man, it just resonates that even as a billionaire, there's something you can't afford. It's crazy. So if you're interested in learning how to monetize social media on different sites, we're going to talk about Facebook. We're going to talk about the talk of the tick. We're going to talk about YouTube, Instagram, and a few others. And we're going to get right into it. And I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you everyone who have been tuning in. We reached 1 million interactions the other day. 1 million interactions. Man. And that's for the past 90 days. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. You guys are winners. I'm just blown away, man. And nothing but gratitude to everyone out there who has been supporting, who have been sharing the show, liking the show, and there's more to come. We just reached, tonight's episode is number 41. Episode 50, we're going to hit in the new year. So the last episode of 2024 is going to be episode 49. Episode 50 is going to start the new season, season 2. Wow. Who would have guessed? Season 2. And I'm here for it. Season 2, man. Season 2. Season 2 is going to start in 2025. I got a special guest, Sydney Evans, global marketer, genius, business strategist, a great friend, family. He's going to be on for episode 50. Watch out, because the campaign push that I'm getting ready to do for episode 50, which is near and dear to my heart, is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy as we start the new season. I got a lot of new guests coming up, and man, I'm blessed and thankful to be here. And I want all my smarts out there to be glad that you're here too, because we're a community. We're family. That's how I see it. We're family. And episode 50 is going to be crazy. License to Kill. Doom, 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 doom. Boom, 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 boom. So, social media monetization and etiquette. What does that mean? what does that do? Right? It's very social media is important. Social media right now takes up a huge percentage of most of the world who has internet connectivity and or who is operating under some type of iOS, whether it's coming from Starlink or whoever your iOS is, um, or ISP rather, whoever your ISP is. A huge percentage of the population on this planet uses social media, and it has become a huge part of our daily lives. It's 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 great for personal reasons, but it also is great for businesses. The amount of revenue that is generated on social media right now is phenomenal. I don't have those numbers in front of me, but I guarantee that those who are watching right now, you've purchased something from social media because an ad was presented to you on social media and you looked into that product and you bought that product. I can almost guarantee it. At least one. So the revenue that social media is bringing in is crazy. It's absolutely insane. And they have opened up the door and provided opportunities for we as content creators to be able to make revenue and use their platform as a resource. Now, there's guidelines, of course, that you have to follow and a criteria that you must meet in order to capitalize on this resource to make some money, right? You got to understand before you get started, you got to understand the different platform policies. There's ethics that are involved, and if you don't abide by those ethics, they will shut you down, like for real. They don't care how many followers you have. You can have a million plus followers. You go against their policy and their guidelines, ethics, or what have you, they will shut you down. You have to remember that freedom of speech doesn't apply to these platforms. It's their platform. So you have to understand the guidelines and the policies on their platform that you're utilizing to get your message out. Now, there's always a way to get around stuff. You know, people talking code, people drop hints, people like, you feel me? So there's ways to get around it, but the algorithm looks for a lot of different stuff. And then you violate those ethics and policies and guidelines, they will shut you down. The great thing about social media is mostly what people use it for is pushing positivity. Outside of a lot of truth seekers and people who have certain messages that they are trying to convey, social media is about pushing positivity and positivity and enlightenment. So if you're using it for that, you can definitely curtail it to your ability if you go along with meeting their criteria, understanding their ethics, policies, and guidelines, following it to a T, and you can make some money. So that's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about making some money on social media. YouTube, for instance, and YouTube's partner program, the UPP, requires you. So we're starting off with YouTube. YouTube requires you to have at least 1,000 subscribers. Before I start, go get a pen and paper, because I know for a fact you're not going to look up this information yourself. And if I'm conveying it to you, write it down. This is a masterclass right here. Take notes. Write it down. I'm screaming. I'm yelling. I'm fussing. Just like your dad. I'm your dad right now. Write it down. Don't call me daddy though. Don't do that. Oh, shout out to Capital Conversations, both with a K. Capital Conversations podcast, starring my man D Black and Trife Gang. Go check them out on YouTube. I just did a show with them. I was a guest on their show on, I believe it was Thursday. I was a guest on their show, and man, we had a great time. It was hilarious. Super hilarious. Amazing time. Those dudes are super funny. And shout out to them, Capital Conversations. Shout out to man, what's his name? Hold on. Give me a sec. My graphics guy. Alan Williams. Go look him up, man. He just created some crazy graphics for me for the show. And he's based out in Atlanta. He's also a chef. Shout out to that dude, man. The dude is incredibly talented, and he met all my needs and kept the deadline, which I greatly appreciated, man. Like, for real. From business aspect, dude, you're A1. So shout out to Alan Williams and shout out to Capital Conversations. Y'all go check those guys out. Watch the episode featuring me as a guest. Like, share, and subscribe to them. And let's keep it moving. Because if you're interested, here's the thing. If you're interested in monetizing, if you're, I know, I thanks, Ma. I appreciate it. I'm gonna get back on topic. I had some coffee, so I do apologize. But as things come to me, I'm pushing it out. But we're gonna get on topic. You made me lose my train of thought. Shout out to my mother. She's gonna be a guest on the show in 2025 on season 2. Shout out to her for keeping me on point. But yeah, oh yeah, Capital Conversations. Like, share, subscribe to them. And if you're interested in monetizing your social media, just understand that we're a community. So we have to help each other out. You like, share, and subscribe to our stuff. We like, share, and subscribe to your stuff. And that's how the community works. I help you, you help me, and we keep it moving. So back to YouTube. YouTube Partner Program, the YPP, requires you to have 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 valid watch hours. And they also they have different monetization methods. Once you meet that criteria, they allow you to be a member of their ads channel, which you can promote, or they can have ads added to your channel for monetization. And what that is if there's an ad on your YouTube and somebody buys a product, it's almost like an affiliate program. Somebody buys a product, or while those ads are running, you can get capital from that. They would pay you. So you have to meet that criteria though. They have also what is called super chat, stickers. There's a merchandise shelf where you can sell merch. That's another way. And my merch is coming back. My Trinity Wear is coming back for a new season. I'm working out the details. I think I said that in the beginning of the podcast, but not this particular episode, but some time ago. But the merch is coming back. I'm working out the details for that, so look out for that. The important thing about YouTube's community guidelines is copyright rules. If you're playing you have to make sure that whatever it is, it has to follow the copyright rules, and they're very strict on that. So make sure whatever content you're creating and you're using someone else's music, that you check all the boxes, that you agree to using their music and understanding that it is not your own, and staying in compliance. Um, there's appeals process. So when you get jammed up, you can appeal it. They do allow appeals. Um, and study some of the most successful YouTube channels. See, see what they're doing. See their methods. I always say, wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. That's a method. Wash, rinse, repeat. Check out what they're doing. Tailor it to your specific program of what you're trying to do on, and this is YouTube specific. And then from there, um, you're able to create your channel and move forward. But remember, the two criteria that you must meet is you must have 1,000 subscribers and you must have 4,000 watch hours. Moving on, I'll talk about Instagram. So Instagram is a different monster. Instagram has guidelines and prefaces that you have to follow because there's a lot of branded content out there, and you must identify that branded content. Um, they have sponsors also, and you have to disclose the authenticity of what you're trying to push on Instagram. It's not as criteria specific like YouTube, where you have to have those subscribers and watch hours. With Instagram, it's all about identifying that identifying the content. But you can make money. I don't want to use the word make money, but using Instagram as a resource, you're able to promote your reels, which are monetized, pictures, which are monetized, and stories, which are monetized. So it's all about engagements for the most part with Instagram, but you do have to disclose sponsored content, and you have to make sure that the information you're pushing on their social media platform is authentic. And again, check out some of the most successful Instagram pages out there, because there are a lot. There are a lot of Instagram pages that are very successful, and some of them are no face pages. People are promoting different products. They're promoting lifestyle. They're promoting arts. They're promoting music. And there's different ways to promote on Instagram for monetization without using your specific face or your brand. You don't have to use this right here, you know. But go on Instagram, do some research, see what those guys are doing. They even have classes on there. They're promoting classes, they're promoting products. A lot of those things, you just have to follow their guidelines, right? Because they will shut you down, like, for real. Like, you're out of here, buddy. Buckaroo, you're gone. Now, TikTok, which I'm gonna speak briefly on, because TikTok community is very different, and the monetization is out of most of the platforms that I've seen, in my opinion, now this is my opinion. This is my opinion. TikTok is paying. No, it's not. It's probably the second highest paying. I think YouTube is high. Yeah, YouTube's highest paying, but TikTok pays very well, and a lot of people have and are making a substantial income on TikTok. Um, their monetization is wide open, from different things like a creators fund, brand deals, live gifting, where you're on there, and when you're sending gifts to the host of their particular show or their particular channel. All of that is monetized. Their algorithm is ridiculous. They are one of the main platforms that still utilize hashtags, like hashtag FYP, which is for your page, or yes, for your page, puts you in front. Now that hashtag alone on TikTok has 6.2 billion people following it. 6.2 billion people following the hashtag FYP on TikTok. And TikTok is about engaging. They want you to engage with the host. They want you to engage with other people who are watching those short form videos, the lives, and the long stories. Now, I have a TikTok as well, so y'all go out there and check me out. It's pretty decent. I got 30,000 followers on there. But again, January 9th, Congress set the ban for TikTok. So a lot of people believe that they're going to transition the people that are on TikTok over to a new site, and I believe it's going to be Lemon 8. There have been a lot of different conversations about different sites, like Blue Sky. Blue Sky is very similar to X, and Lemon 8 will become, and this is my opinion, Lemon 8 will become the new TikTok. So don't fret. I know a lot of people are right now fretting because they believe that their way of life or making a living is going to go away completely. No, that's not entirely true. I believe that a lot of people are going to get transitioned over to another site, and it's going to be made public because they're making too much money, and they're making a ridiculous amount of money over there. So on that platform specific, but I know they don't want that to go away entirely. If you're a gamer, I'm a gamer. I've been a gamer all my life. Started with one of the first gaming platforms, Atari 2600, playing Asteroids or Pac-Man. Those gaming systems came out in the early 80s. So for the gamers, my smarts who are gamers, there's a platform, and you're probably familiar. It's called Twitch. Twitch allows you to monetize your streaming and allow you to have subscribers. Now, all of these platforms, I didn't say this before, but all of these platforms allow you to have subscribers. Subscribers are monthly, it's a monthly subscription where your loyal fans and friends and family can subscribe to your specific channel. Even Like here, I always say like, share, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube, because in the future, I may be only using YouTube as the main platform, and all of the other social media sites would just be for clips, would lead to you watching the YouTube channel. So I'm going to be open up. Well, it's already open. So please go subscribe to the Final Boss _ podcast on YouTube. So Twitch allows subscription. It allows you to accept donations. It also allows you to monetize with the ads program also. And that's basically it for Twitch. Twitch is pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, that's it for Twitch. Twitch is pretty self-explanatory. Now for Facebook, right? Facebook, if you have a personal page or a business page, you can have subscriptions. You can have what is called super followers. Like that's on X actually. Outside of Facebook, you monetize through engagements. You monetize, and let me see something. Hold on. I'm gonna give you the because I don't have the criteria in front of me. Let me look that up real quick. Facebook monetization criteria. I think Facebook is one of the hardest. I think it's pretty crazy. You have to meet a lot of criteria on Facebook to be able to monetize. And we're gonna go here. Let's see. Nope, I don't want that. So with Facebook, not only for subscribers, when people send you stars, that's like cash in the bank. When people send you stars, some of the minimum requirements for Facebook is that your pages need to have at least 10,000 followers for Facebook. 10,000 followers, 30,000 1-minute views. Now, I monetize on Facebook. I ain't making no money on there, but I've met the criteria, and I meet the criteria weekly. There's a weekly criteria that you must keep on Facebook. But to even be able to be in a category of monetization, they want you to have 10,000 followers, 30,000 1-minute views of videos. Now, I just mentioned earlier when I first started that we reached 1 million interactions or 1 million views across the board. So thank you guys for that. I appreciate you. And that's for a 3-minute video in the last 60 days. That's not across the board or like an annual thing. That's for the last 60 days. You have to meet that criteria. Your content can't be violent, of course. Content can't be violent. Can't have sexually explicit content, and nothing that promotes hate speech or illegal activities. Some of their adverse friendly pages and content. I'm sorry. Damn it. There we go. You want to create advertiser friendly content because they have ads. You want to make sure that your pages are promoting a positive light or positive image so they can push those ads, and you can get monetization off their ads, their videos and contents that are appropriate for all audiences. You need to have a valid payment method. That's very important. A lot of people use sites like PayPal, or they connect it to their own business banking. Um, Part of the criteria is they ask is the page when you're becoming monetized. The page is are you going to use a business EIN, or you're going to use your personal TIN? So that's something to consider. Um, you must ensure that the content does not contain prohibited items. We just discussed like adult content, hate speech, illegal activity. We just discussed that. But it's very important for Facebook to even to be able to walk in that door and say, "Hey, I'm here. What's up? Let's make some money." They want you to have 10,000 followers. 10,000 followers, right? So that's Facebook. They have a creator studio which you can use for when you're able to monetize, which allows you to tailor a lot of your uh, your lives, your reels, your stories, and even your if you want to do daily posts too. Hey, Mark, is that do you hear static? Is it you hear static when you're in? Because this thing is driving me nuts. Okay, all right. Enough about Facebook. But that's so we talked about Facebook, we talked about Instagram, we talked about Talk of the Tick, and we talked about YouTube. So we're going to talk about etiquette and transparency and disclosure. See, I knew it. Damn it! Why is there static in my mic? Thank you. I think I took care of it. You have to understand the importance of being transparent with your audience, especially when it comes to sponsored content, affiliate links, and any other methods that are used for monetization. You have to understand the legal and ethical ramifications and implications when you fail to disclose these partnerships. They would shut you down, man. I'm telling you. Um, be as authentic as you can. Be yourself. Authenticity is what sells. Authenticity is what sells. Make sure that you are as authentic as you possibly can be. Aligning your brand with products and services that you genuinely believe in. Don't be out here faking, right? Don't fake. Your audience will know. So um, negative consequences will lead you to losing your followers, losing fans. Okay, this is crazy. Hold on. I might have to switch. Oh, that's so much better. Look at that. Look at God. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Let me tell you. Woo-hoo. God will. Um, there's a lot of clickbait out there, and you've seen it. A lot of these clickbait sites. And now some of these clickbait sites are um, are targeting you for viruses. So be careful what you click on. There's a lot of clickbait out there, a lot of misleading content. Um, okay, thanks, Mom. Appreciate you. Love you. Mwah! You're the best. I can't wait to have you on the show. I'm gonna have my mom on the show in season 2. We're gonna talk about family values, and that's gonna be crazy.
Awesome.
A lot of people use clickbait tactics to drive traffic and in hopes of trying to monetize. So a lot of that stuff gets caught by the algorithm. I've been talking for a minute and I don't have no water, so throat's getting a little, yeah, yeah, that um misleading content can damage your reputation because it's all about reputation. It's all about reputation. That's why I believe in dropping references and leading people and dropping these breadcrumbs so you can go find the meal. I'm dropping the breadcrumbs, go find the meal, you know. But reputation is like everything else. Your reputation is important. You're talking to millions of people. You have a platform where you're talking to millions of people. Understand that your reputation is very, very important. Um, and not pushing out unethical content, which will shut you down. Avoid scams. Avoid scams. Avoid shady practices. Um, when there's a scam or something that is unethical and you're following the guidelines but you're using it as a warning, let the people know. You know, let the people know what you're doing. So, you're being transparent and it won't shut you down. Like, let them know. Hey, this is a pyramid scheme and I'm trying to make money and I need you to be a part of this pyramid, but we're going to get some money. Yeah, that, right? That. Let the people know. Y'all have to forgive me. I'm silly, man. For real. I'm crazy most of the time. Um, but they've been cracking down over the years on people with bots and fake followers. I remember a certain celebrity who had like 1 million plus followers, and a certain site shut him down. And when it was all said and done, he went from 11 million to like 250,000, which is crazy. I know a lot of people. Some of the bots, you just they're out there, and um, there's nothing you can really do about it, especially when it comes to follows. So, but they do scan the algorithm, do scan pages. They do uh, look at all of that, and sometimes you'll see that your numbers may decrease because they're getting rid of the bots. But don't go crazy with it. They'll shut you down, and you'll see people, these influencers say, "Hey, new page, lost my page at 800,000 followers. This is my new page. Boom, 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 boom. Follow me." You see it all the time. So they got shut down. Um, there's engagement farms. Beware of the engagement farms. Um, and like anything else that you monetize or make money with, there's tax implications. Tax. Yes, this can be taxed. If you're making money off of it, it can be taxed. Make sure you disclose the information to Uncle Sugar, because Uncle Sugar will come knocking on your door. Uncle Sugar, right? The IRS, theirs, will come knocking. They want their money. Make sure you disclose that information if you're making money off of here. Um, there's tax professionals out there that can help you with that, but Make sure you disclose that information. You don't want to get shut down for that because they'll shut you down, and then you still owe theirs, the IRS. Um, it takes time, but if you're consistent in building a positive presence, you're going to build a positive community. People are going to engage with you. People are going to like what you have to say. Um, Make sure you're responding to all of the comments. I know sometimes it's hard, but it's all about engagements. Make sure you are engaging with those comments and people who are communicating and having a conversation with you. Just don't leave them hanging out there. That's like having a conversation and being ignored. Don't do that, especially if you're trying to monetize, right? Oh, also, listen, this is for you people. And I'm not talking about my smarts because I know my smarts don't do this, but you people who are in a relationship and you think somebody is flirting with someone on social media because they hit the like button, they hit the heart button, they hit the hug or caring button, the wow button, or the angry button. Those are buttons that are expressing how you feel about what they are posting. It doesn't mean that they're flirting. Listen, stop getting jealous over that crap, man. It is nonsense. It is nonsense that y'all think when somebody heart a picture, they're flirting with that person. And when you're monetizing, it's seen more advantageous to hit any other button outside of the like button. The like button doesn't, the algorithms for monetization don't really like the like button. They prefer if you heart, use the caring or any other buttons that may be available, but not the like button. So stop getting jealous over that. Y'all losing relationships because somebody hearted a picture. That don't, come on, man. Like for real. It's 2024. Why, bro? Why are you doing that? Like for real. Nobody is flirting with somebody because they heart a picture. Like, come on. Now, when they go into DM, that's different. But hearting is money. The caring is money, not the like button, but the other ones. It's money, especially if you're a content creator. My smarts know this. I know they know this. But everybody else, stop getting jealous because somebody hearted a picture that they liked, or it's not a flirtation. Now, like I said, they go into DMs, that's something different. I don't have no control over that. Look, it's it's crazy. It's whimsical for real. That's all it is. A whimsical act. And y'all taking it and blowing it up and making it's ruining relationships. Like for real. We got to do better. We have to do better. like like for real, man. We got to do better. You got to understand strategies for handling negative comments. You could block people or use constructive criticism. You know, it's easy to break somebody down, especially if it's negative. That's the easiest thing you can do. Give them some constructive, critical criticism. You know, without being negative, without cursing those people out, without engaging in showing you're unable to keep your emotions intact. Like for real, it's social media. If you have a brand Staying true to yourself and your brand and your values. Let people know up front what your values are. Let them know what your brand is about. You know, um, but consistency is huge, man. I cannot stress that enough. Staying consistent. And somebody had broke down the formula for Facebook. I don't know how true it is, but they said that you need to post twice an hour, every hour to make a certain amount of capital on Facebook. Now, I don't know how true it is, but it made a lot of sense. And they've been doing it, and they showed me what they were making off of it, and I was like, wow, bro, they post a lot, like for real. I think this person posts at least 10 times an hour, and I just that's a lot, man. Like you don't think that this is a job. If you're monetizing, it is a job, and it can stress you out. Like sometimes you just don't feel like posting, but you know, um, I know the younger population, they enjoy it. Like I don't want to post that much. Like I think I meet, and this is without thinking. I think I post at least 5 times a day minimum. I think I think it's 5 times a day. I start off in the morning with my morning post. Then I promote the podcast a few times during the day, and then I'll go drop into some groups, posting groups like once or twice, and that's it for me, man. But I try to respond to everyone. I try to respond to everyone. So if I didn't, let me know. Oh, by the way, and this is not bouncing around. Anything that you have a question on, or you would like to provide information, or you need more information, um, shoot me an email or hit me on social media. Um, but you can also shoot me an email at info at the finalbosspodcast.com. That's my email. Um, well, 52 minutes in already. Staying abreast. So back to it. Staying abreast to their policies. The policies and guidelines change. Make sure if you're monetizing that you stay abreast to all those changes. Um, there are a lot of different case studies out there about doing an in-depth analysis of successful creators and their monetization strategies. I I said before that Country Wayne, who inspired me to start a podcast, Country Wayne, and something he said resonated with me. I like him as a businessman. I don't really get down with his content, um, but as a businessman, he said that he was making $30,000 a month off of shows he did 4 or 5 years ago. I think he mentioned the timeline that it was even greater than that. But that resonated with me because once the content is out there, it's out there. And it doesn't even take a viral moment. But once people start following you, they're going to go back and check out your older content. And what you're going to find with me is, and this is how I set it up deliberately. And I said this on the podcast that I was on the other night. I said this on Capital Creations. I wanted to be as authentic as possible. I wanted you to see the errors. I wanted you to see how new I was to it. You can say how naive I was to it, but how new I was to it. And from episode 1 to episode 41, you can see the growth. You can see the platform changes. You can see how I got comfortable on the camera. You can see all those things. So I wanted it to be as authentic as possible. And at episode 50, I got big changes coming. Big changes coming for the new season, new look and feel, new graphics, of course, and you're going to see the growth. So, episode 50, we're on episode 41. Episode 50 starts in 2025 for season number 2. I'm so excited, so happy about that, man. And we shout out to all my guests. Shout out to the sensei. He'll be back on Tuesday. He's one of my how can I he's the foundationary. I think I just made that word up. Guest. He's usually on every Tuesday. So shout out to the sensei. Shout out to my big cuz, Johnny Rio. Shout out to Cynthia, Kansei. Who else? Man, I've had a lot of guests on, man. Let me see who am I missing? I want to make sure I get everybody. Oh man, shout out to Corey Moore. Shout out to Corey, Big Corey, that's my man. Shout out to Marcus over at MD_ready. We're going to do a 3rd episode at the gun range, and we're looking to do a snow episode. So that's going to be crazy. We're going to go to the gun range in the snow. That's going to be crazy. So I'm excited about that. So you look out for that. That's coming up in season 2. We're going back to the gun range, and we're gonna have a live podcast at the gun range in the snow. So shout out to Marcus. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. I'm trying to go off of the dome piece, being authentic. So my takeaways and call to actions. What's important when you're trying to monetize is following the platform's guidelines and building a positive presence. That's how you generate capital. Make sure that when you're posting your social media links as accurate as possible. That's very important. You don't want to lead people to somewhere else. You want them to come to you. So make sure that you are posting your social media links as accurate as possible. Listen to the people who are communicating with you. Listen to your followers, your fan base, my fan base, my smarts. I appreciate you. Listen to the people who are engaging with you, right? Make sure that you're promoting the proper information. Don't go out there and be posting stuff and it's not valid or you haven't validated, right? Because then it's a hit on your reputation that you're out there pushing out false information. And then these fact checkers are going to rip you a new one, right? Man, I got 30 seconds. I thank you, everyone. All of my smarts, all of my new people who tuned in tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. Tonight's show was on social media monetization and etiquette. Now, listen, Tuesday, we'll be back. We'll be back Tuesday. I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Man, I thought it was a great show. And that's it, man. Y'all have a great night. Boom.